All right, we are live. Shalom, Bashim Yahshua Brakatah. Yahweh Shemalatah Bashim Yahshua Brakatham. Priest and Officer Dawah Shah of the Isupk. Started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Right now is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. We're going to jump into some scriptures and talking about Brotherhood. And the topic for tonight, dealing with Brotherhood, is going to be about being brand new or becoming brand new. You know what I'm saying? Once you start to actually serve the Most High, it's going to require you to change your old ways. You cannot be the same person you was in the world and in the Christian church if you want to serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You got to change your whole mindset completely. The things that you used to like to do, you know what I'm saying, and becoming brand new and start doing what the Most High wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it's all spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to do nothing physical change. You ain't got to get dumped in water. You ain't got to do none of that. Just understanding these scriptures can get you on the right track, right? And that's what we out here set to do, to teach all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the truth according to this Bible, right? And that truth is that so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of Israel. That's our true identity, and that's our true nationality, and the Bible is our history. It teaches us how to serve the Most High and come back as a nation, right? This is the only thing on this earth that can save us right now, that can bring us back together, that can mend those differences that we have towards one another. You know what I'm saying? This is what can unify us as a nation. We done tried everything under the earth. We done tried voting. We done tried marching, protesting. Everything we tried done failed, right? The only thing we have not truly took a shot at is following the law, statutes, commandments written of in this book. You know what I'm saying? That right there, what's written in this book is what can save our lives, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into our topic. Let me pull this stick I want. All right, first on me at John chapter 3. I got Trooper Canuck with me out of Central Florida. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in the Florida area, man, we are spread out all across this whole state, man. Brothers in Jacksonville, Daytona, Orlando, Tampa, West Palm, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. We got brothers, officers in each city or major city in Florida. All right, so make sure you get in contact with the nearest officer, man, if you're looking to get down and learn more of this truth, all right? Right now, we going live straight from Central Florida, Orlando, Florida. All right. So whenever you got that, you can go ahead and read for me, Ward.
Sir. Shalaki, sir. You want chapter John start at 1?
Yeah. Start at 1 for me, please.
Sir. This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the power. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except the power be with him.
Right. So just to give you a quick understanding of what's going on, this is a Pharisee, right, that came to Christ, and he's going to ask a few questions so he can understand, right? So the way that he greets him, he calls him a rabbi, right? You understand what the word rabbi means or what that refers to?
Sir. It means, like he said, like a teacher.
Right, like a teacher or master, right? You know what I'm saying? He recognizes that Christ is doing everything by the authority of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Officer Nashai, if you can hear me, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to join the stream, make sure you allow it to accept your microphone and your camera. Can't plug you in if you don't. the stream to get access of your phone. All right. All right. So he's having a conversation with this cat, and this cat being a Pharisee, meaning what nationality is he if he's a Pharisee?
So, like you said, that means he would be from one of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right. This is a Jew coming up to another Jew, asking about the relations of Jews. You get what I'm saying? I know you. A lot of people are familiar with this chapter, verse 16 in particular, right? Because that's what the Christian church love to run to and talk about. That's talking about everybody, right? But that's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm saying? But I just want you to show how verse 1, it's only two people having a conversation, and these two people are Jews, right? Let's continue on, right?
Khan, sir. Verse 3. And
Start at
Yahweh Shai,
verse 2, one more again.
Khan, sir. The book of John, chapter 3, verse 2. The saying came to Yahweh Shai by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the power.
Mm-hmm.
For no man can do these miracles that thou doest except the power be with him.
All right. So he knows the Lord is with Yahweh Shai. So he's asking him, how are you able to do all these things, right? Read on.
Khan. Verse 3. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again,
Be
he
what?
cannot see. Except a man be born again,
Mm-hmm.
he cannot see the kingdom of the power.
All right. What does that mean, be born again, right? This is Christ's response to Nicodemus, a Jew, saying, lest a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. What does that mean to be born again?
It's like you, sir. That means to, like how you said in the beginning, the introduction is to come into this truth, to start over, like to
Mm-hmm.
start trying to follow the Most High and do His commandments and
Right.
change yourself.
Right. Is there you go. Saying you basically changing yourself. All right. This is not a physical change. This is not something a carnal change that you can see with your eye. You know what I'm saying? This is a spiritual change. They then taught you backwards in the Christian church. They're not teaching you the laws that's written up in this book. They're not teaching you brotherhood. They're not even teaching you who your brothers are. They tell you that your oppressor is your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you want to really serve the Most High, you're gonna have to start from scratch. And starting from scratch is like how a child is born. Right? When a child is born, they don't go out. They get taught how to speak. You know what I'm saying? They get taught their name. You know what I'm saying? They get taught how to eat and be nurtured and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they're an infant. They can't take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they have to be taught all these things until they, so they can grow into an adult and be able to do it on their own. You know what I'm saying? Well, each and every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, even if you're full grown, 70 years old, 80 years old, 30 years old, you still can be taught again. You still can be relearned, you know what I'm saying, and and be retaught on what you need to do serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And that change begins with you being spiritual and serving the Most High and not serving your flesh. You know what I'm saying? And not doing what America and this society wants you to do and not following after these other nations, but being simply brand new. Being brand new. You know what I'm saying? That's that reset button that many people wish for on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Many people, when they in a jam, they say, man, I wish I can start all over again. You know what I'm saying? When they in a messed up situation, they be like, man, I wish, I could start from square one and, do it all over again. And maybe I would change this and change that. You know what I'm saying? Well, Christ and the Most High through Christ gave you a reset button. You know what I'm saying? Where you can start from scratch. You can be actually brand new. And everything that you did in the past, if you sincerely change, the Lord will weep at it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord can forgive you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to show him that you're worthy enough to be forgiven. All right? So drop that. Let's get Galatians 5 and 16. All right. So this is very important, right? You want to be brand new in a brand new mindset. You know what I'm saying? You want to throw away what they, you think is really being loving and caring and loving everybody that's on this planet Earth, which is really is disguised as white supremacy, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to throw away that white supremacy and that mindset of the Christian church, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's gearing you and pushing you towards to hating your brothers and your sisters, man. Until you actually realize that you have to change, you will continue walking in the way that you are, right? We'll continue to be in this situation. So if you got that for me, Warrior, you can go
Come
ahead.
on, my come, sir.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
This I say then, walk in the spirit,
All right,
and
bet.
ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
For the flesh
Give me
lusteth.
1 second. I want to start up a little bit, man. My fault.
Come on, my come, sir.
Start at 14 for me. My bad.
14, sir.
Yeah.
Come on, my come, sir. The book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 14. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. There is plain and simple, man. Just making it very simple for you to understand. Everything that's written in this book, that's written in Leviticus and Exodus, Deuteronomy, Numbers, every law that's written in this book, all has to do with brotherhood. It all has to do on how we treat one another. You know what I'm saying? And if you could fulfill, if you were looking to fulfill the law, all you have to do simply is love thy brother as thyself. Because if you love your brother as yourself, you won't steal from him. You know what I'm saying? You won't try to sleep with his wife. You know what I'm saying? You won't do anything that you don't want nobody done unto you. You know what I'm saying? Well, Christ is making it simple here, man. Love your brother as yourself. This is what can unify blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Your brothers is not your oppressor. It's not the Chinese. It's not the Japanese. It's not the Africans. It's not nobody on this earth but the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? We are the children of Israel. That's what this Bible teaches. You know what I'm saying? But your pastor is not teaching you that. Well, if you're willing to come into the truth and want to be joined unto your brothers, you have to become brand new. You have to wipe away what your pastor taught you and told you who your brother was. You know what I'm saying? When that is a lie, man. It's nowhere found in this Bible where it says God loves everybody. It's nowhere it's found in this Bible where God said we should integrate. You know what I'm saying? Interracial marriage and all of that stuff and love our oppressors and our enemies. It don't say none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? What we need to do is to love one another and treat each other with respect, you know what I'm saying, and dignity and honor. You know what I'm saying? All these things that we need amongst ourselves so we can better ourselves in this condition. And if we just understand all we have to do is love our brother as ourselves, we can come back to doing that, right? Continue on for me, Warrior.
Come on, my come, sir. Verse 15. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one of another.
Right. If we in constant conflict, man, take heed, man. This is what's gonna continue our destruction. We gotta realize, man, we're not the enemy. You know what I'm saying? The black man that live next door to you, he's not the problem, man. This conflict going on. I was just watching a documentary about the conflict that's going on in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? They got the Haitian gangs roaming the streets, killing each other, burning houses down, kidnapping women and all that stuff. They don't understand that there's somebody higher up, you know what I'm saying, principalities that's pulling the strings, man. That's telling you who the enemy is and making you think that it's your brother that's struggling just like you. You know what I'm saying? When these nations been had their hands in our pockets, man, they've been robbing us. They've been taking advantage of us. They've been abusing us, man. That who is your enemy is, man. But your brother, the black man, the Mexican, the Haitian, the Native American, that is your brother, man. That's your brother, man. these other nations are your enemies. So what we need to start doing is take away our love away from them and only give it to one another. Give it to each other. You know what I'm saying? We done lost our love for one another trying to join these other nations. We done fought and pushed during the civil rights movement just to be accepted by the white man and to receive his validation, and we lost the love for one another. Well, we got to retract and become brand new, start fresh, a whole clean slate, man. Put all that thinking that you're going to change the heart of the white man, and if you march hard enough, or if you protest hard enough, or if you vote hard enough, that he will love you one day. You know what I'm saying? When all that energy and that zeal can be used in righteousness and putting it back in our communities, putting it back into each other, and we'll be far greater people than our oppressors, man. Right? Continue on for me.
Kana, sir. Verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Right. What does it mean when it says walk in the spirit?
So lucky, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Walking in the spirit is like, does that mean like walk like how Yahweh did, like how he gave us um an example of how to walk in the commandments, or how to serve, how to do the commandments, like loving thy brother. Um Salaki, sir, I'm not quite sure.
Okay, no sweat. Well, what is the flesh then? What is that talking about?
That's talking to Salaki, sir. The flesh,
Mm-hmm.
that's talking about like the part of you that wants to go against what the Most High ordained for us to do. It's like walking different, or being different.
All right. Not quite, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to break it down like this. I'm going to make it real simple, right? The spirit is simply what we just read in the verse before. You was kind of close on that one when you said Yahweh taught us how to walk or how to treat each other, right? But the scripture that we just read before, when it says love thy brother as thyself, where can we find that in the scriptures? Where is that
Uh,
quoted in the Bible? Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, in the Torah, in the law.
In the law. You know what I'm saying? So the spirit is us keeping the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And remember what I said, all these laws is based off of brotherhood. Every law that's written in the Bible has to do with brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So when you walk in the spirit, you walk in the spirit of brotherhood. You're keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing things that can possibly harm your brother. You know what I'm saying? Or do anything to destroy your people. You know what I'm saying? There's laws written in this Bible that's against that. Right? Your brother, meaning so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? Now the flesh is just simply talking about yourself. Right? Your flesh is just your body. You know what I'm saying? The church made it seem like the flesh was a separate entity that's out there walking around that's trying to get you from not serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? When the flesh is really talking about your body, that's not spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Your body is carnal. You know what I'm saying? What you like, it only satisfies your body or your lust or what makes you feel good. You dig what I'm saying? Where it's not really spiritual, which is keeping the commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So that flesh is talking about is just simply your body. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do is become spiritual and not be carnal. Right? Walk in the spirit, not in the flesh. Right? Let's continue on.
Kana Makan, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other.
All right. So what is that talking about? Right. So we know what the spirit is. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit, your that zeal that you have for keeping the commandments of the Most High, and then you also have your flesh and your body. What is this talking about in this verse right here?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is it saying that like in that one scripture that I'm kind of like paraphrasing, say that the spirit war against the flesh? Is it saying like your spirit wants to follow the law, like it wants to walk in the law, but your flesh, like you say, wants to be carnal. It wants to do the things that satisfies the body or the flesh,
Mm-hmm.
and most of it is majority like going against the law, like eating pork, celebrating holidays,
Right on.
uh you know what I'm saying, sleeping with this sister, that sister, and that sister, and just not, you know what I'm saying, not honoring how the Most High told us to go about stuff like that.
Damn right. Damn right, Warrior. That's right on. You know what I'm saying? Like you're following your flesh. You know what I'm saying? When they're contrary from one another, meaning they're complete opposite. Your spirit wants to serve the Most High, you know what I'm saying? And your flesh only want to do what makes your body feels good, right? That's why, people out there eating pork, crabs, and lobster because they like the taste of it. You know what I'm saying? It tastes good, but it's against the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Where you got cats out there that's following after they rod. You know what I'm saying? Chasing box all day, not knowing that that box belongs to another brother. You know what I'm saying? But they can't control that because it's a battle that you're in. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do is get rid of that flesh. You want to mortify your body and turn away from things that only make you happy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what this world teaches you, right? You have to become spiritual. This world teaches you that it's always about you and do what makes you feel good and whatever puts a smile on your face, then it should be acceptable. You know what I'm saying when that's contrary to the Most High, you have to discipline yourself. You know what I'm saying? And actually adhere to what the Most High is trying to tell us to do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, listen, it might not be fun. It may not always be what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be willing to battle and fight against your flesh. Go to war with your flesh if you want to become brand new. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's continue on with that, Roy.
Kind, sir. The bottom of verse 17. So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
It's a constant battle, right? Read on.
Verse 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Mm-hmm. Meaning what? What is that talking about? If you're led by the Spirit, you're not under the law. Now, does that mean that the commandments are done away with? I mean, we don't have to follow the commandments of this book. We just read a commandment in verse 14, right? So, what is that
Come.
talking about?
So like I said, does that
Mm-hmm.
mean that you're not under the penalty of the law?
Exactly.
Like you're
Exactly.
not. Oh, kind.
No, go ahead. Go finish your point, Roy.
No, I was just gonna say you're not under the judgment that comes with whatever law you done broke, or
Right.
whatever, the penalty of death. Salaki.
God. You know what I'm saying? What do we call police officers today? You know what I'm saying? In the neighborhood.
The law, sir.
The law. You know what I'm saying? Because they, right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because they enforce what's written on record. You know what I'm saying? For you to follow in that city or in that neighborhood or whatever. They come around to make sure you are keeping what's written on record. And if you don't keep it, they either arrest you, try you, put you in prison, put you in jail for how many numbers of years. You know what I'm saying? And we refer to them, the law, as the law because they enforce law. You know what I'm saying? What this is talking about, that you're not under those punishments as long as you keep the commandments of the Most High. You ain't got to worry about getting your head chopped off by a priest, which was considered the same as equivalence of a police officer today. You know what I'm saying? Priests of the Most High, the Levites, will make sure that you will keep the laws of the Most High. They were the enforcers of the law. And if you break them, there was a punishment behind it. You know what I'm saying? Well, Christ done gave us a second chance. We all done broke the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? What we have to be is born again, being brand new. You know what I'm saying? If you might have did something against your brother back in the past, make sure you don't do it again. If you did anything against the Most High, breaking his laws, Becoming brand new is making sure you don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord still judges on this earth. You know what I'm saying? You might not have the priests around, but the Most High knows what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And He will bring a judgment such as COVID-19, AIDS, diabetes, high blood pressure, all type of plagues that's on this earth because we're breaking His commandments. All that comes from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But if you walking in the Spirit, you ain't got to worry about that stuff because the law can prevent you from the Most High plagues, man. You know what I'm saying? The law can save you from the plagues of the Most High. That's what I meant to say, right? You know what I'm saying? Because this is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You want to change what's in your mind. You want to change those thoughts in your head. You want to curve your behavior and change your behavior and the things that you used to do, right? And becoming brand new and stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? And don't do it anymore. That's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how you become brand new, right? Let's continue on, Word.
Con, sir. Galatians chapter 5, verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery,
Adultery, what is adultery?
fornication.
What's
Oh,
right?
Slacky.
Let's
Uh,
just go through some of them so we can get a little bit of understanding, right? What's adultery?
Slacky. So adultery is serving other. Is that serving other God, or that's idolatry?
Yeah, yeah. I worship
Uh,
adultery too, right? The Lord said He's been a husband unto us. You know what I'm saying? Serving these other gods. You know what I'm saying? That can go with it too as well. You know what
Slacky. But the definition of this one is like sleeping with another man's wife.
right. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Which is against the laws of the Most High. But here is in this society, this day and age, is praised. Is looked upon as, you're great, or he's a pimp, he's a player, he's that dude, he's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High got laws against that. You know what I'm saying? You is a homosexual brother if you sleep with another man's wife, man. You putting your rod all up in a broad that belongs to another man with his rod been all up in, you know what I'm saying? And you doing it with no guard, you're nigh unto a homosexual, man. You know what I'm saying? And there is a judgment behind it. And that's what your flesh wants to do. That's what your body wants to do. You follow your rod all day. You know what I'm saying? When you can get judged for that, man. That's what carnal is all about. Doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Following your lust in your body. Right? Read on. Read on.
Con, sir. Adultery, fornication.
All right, what's that?
Uh, Slacky, sir, is that unlawful sex?
Right, unlawful sex. What would be the example of unlawful sex?
Um, uh, Sex with someone that you're not married with,
Sex with
or is
someone.
it the type of sex is it talking about? Slacky.
Oh, okay, elaborate on what you mean by sex with someone you're not married with. What do you mean? Like if they have
Uh,
somebody already?
just like a sister you meet. Like say you met at a club and y'all do something, then you go about your way and she go about her way, and like y'all don't honor the marriage or whatever that y'all just did.
Okay, I mean, I kind of get what you're saying, right? But, that's just somebody being a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? What real talk. You know what I'm saying? The most important thing to understand. Oh yeah, that's probably why, right? For others that's listening as well, you got to understand in this Bible, it teaches us that sex is marriage, right? Once you lay down with a woman or a woman lays down for a man, you know what I'm saying, that they become husband and wife according to this Bible. You know what I'm saying? If we taught our sons and daughters the importance of laying down with somebody, that can stop all these single family homes. You know what I'm saying? That could stop all the wickedness that's going on in the clubs, all this, one night stands and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who was properly taught our culture and our identity and how we should go about and conducting ourselves, then that can prevent a lot of mistakes, you know what I'm saying, in our life. So it's important that we understand that sex is marriage, right? So if a cat meets his sister in the club and he lays down with her, and let's say she don't belong to nobody, you just not a wise brother, man. You know what I'm saying? And now that you have the understanding that sex is marriage, you want to take your time with a sister, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to take your time as long as it has to take, you know what I'm saying, 6 months to a year, 2 years, 5 years. Take your time, because once you lay down with her, according to this Bible, marriage is forever. You know what I'm saying? You made a everlasting contract with that woman once you stick a rod in her. You know what I'm saying? You made an everlasting contract with that brother as soon as you open your leg. You know what I'm saying? So let's get a different one, right? What like fornication? You said unlawful sex. If anybody in the chat want to type something up as well, you can type something up. You know what I'm saying? If you got any
So
other
like,
ones you want to throw out there, go ahead, Trooper.
Salaki, sir. I
Mm-hmm.
have the Dunderman Bible's dictionary definition of it, or you just want it
No, you gave me the definition. You said unlawful sex, right? What does Zondervan
kind
say?
of. That's what it says, sir. Salaki. It says unlawful sexual intercourse of an unwed person.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It is
So,
commonly
right. Yeah. So you got it correct. You know what I'm saying? It is unlawful sex. You know what I'm saying? But there's many laws, you know what I'm saying, that's against certain type of sexual acts. You know what I'm saying? Well, for time's sake, I'm going to give y'all some of them, right? Homosexuality, that's unlawful. Bestiality, that's unlawful. Incest is unlawful, right? All of those things that I just named will be considered as fornication. You know what I'm saying? You sleeping with your mom, your sister, dad, and all that stuff, or you sleeping with animals, or you sleeping with the same sex. You know what I'm saying? All these things are against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? All these things are against the Most High. But what they teach you is love is love. That's not true according to the Bible. Love is not always love, man. Ask any, you know, I mean, majority of us ain't going up to a homosexual. Ask anybody. According to statistics, right? It says that a good percentage, a high percentage, I would say at least like 90% of homosexuals are victims of some type of child molestation. Now, where's the brotherhood in that? You're teaching them that, you're born like this. You're born a homosexual. When a child don't even know what to do with their private part when they're born. You know what I'm saying? They're just a child, man. But somebody took advantage of them, man. Instead of getting justice or a judgment behind it, they try to make it, a acceptable thing in this society, man, when God is against it, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find help in the Christian church. They're not telling you this in the Christian church. They're trying to push a program for you to accept homosexuality. That's why they got the choir boys all up in the choir singing. Your pastor is half a homosexual. He's sleeping with everything that's walking in that church. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all immoral and they follow after they flesh. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be carnal and follow after your flesh if you're serving the Most High. There's no way you can love your brother as yourself if you're following after your flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to become spiritual, right? All right, so let's continue on, Worry.
kind, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Uncleanliness,
Uncleanliness, right? Read on.
lasciviousness.
All right, lasciviousness. What's that? Let's get the definition of that, just in case nobody is familiar with that word.
Kind, sir.
All right. All right, lascivious.
I don't have it. And the Zundering. Oh,
The
yes, it
website
is.
is in there. All right.
It says shameful immorality,
Mm-hmm.
uh, lascivious doing, wantonness. It's yeah, that's the last. That's what it says in the
Okay.
Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
Right.
So like
So
you, sir,
no,
I
go ahead.
can't look it up on. No, I was just gonna say I can't look it up on Google because I got the
Right.
chat
Right.
in.
Nah, no sweat, no sweat. So to sum up that definition, just to make it simple, right? Which is that definition is immorality. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically any gain you got through immorality. You know what I'm saying? Or doing anything shameful or wicked in order to get gain. Right? What's some examples of that?
Um, Dang, so like I said, I just had one too. Is blackmail one of them,
Yeah, yeah, that can be one of them. You know what I'm saying? No
or
honor.
so like
Or
you,
what?
sir?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I was just going to say like for moreover like when the brother run game on the sister to get, let's say, to get some of her income tax money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because brothers be doing that, you know what I'm saying? Telling them
That's
like, yo,
that's what's
I
going on.
can flip cars, sir. They gotta tell you quick, you know, I can flip this because you know half of the time, I ain't gonna say all the sisters, but half of these sisters are dealing with brothers that's in the street that deal with drugs, most part of them. You know what I'm saying? So they tell a sister like, "Yo, you give me this much, I can flip it. I can bring you back that much." And then when that sister agree and get that brother that money, she don't see him no more or the money.
Man,
That's just the
that,
lost cause.
yeah, that's a jammed up situation to be in. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why we. This is why we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's why we out here in Orlando hitting the streets all across America, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just being simply a idiot. You know what I'm saying? And we can teach you how not to be an idiot. We can teach you how to actually learn something to actually further yourself and become a better person, man. You know what I'm saying? These laws is what can help us, man. You don't have to be, greedy or, being swindled out of a check, you know what I'm saying? Because who knows? You want drugs? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Our people, we need help, man. You know what I'm saying? And we only gonna find help in the ISUPK, right? So yeah, that's a good example, you know what I'm saying? How about drug dealing? What about, you know what I'm saying, drug dealing?
Con out on con, sir. That is a good one because you using drugs to like using drugs. So like I said, if I may,
Nah, I'm listening.
you you using drugs to gain wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Like you selling your people drugs to, and they're destroying themselves, but you gaining wealth out
Right.
of somebody else destroying themselves.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealing. Here's one that most people won't consider as lasciviousness. The Christian church, right? They in there
So,
telling you what you want to hear. They're not teaching you about fornication, adultery, or walking in the flesh, or hating your brother. You know what I'm saying? They teaching you everything that's against God for what? For gain, right? You know what I'm saying?
kind of con, sir.
God, they getting all that money, and that pastor does with that. You know what he does with that money? He goes buy himself a jet, man. You know what I'm saying? He buys a 2-story mansion with 15 bedrooms only for him and his wife to live in, man. You don't see none of that money being poured back to our community. You know why? He don't love his brother as himself. He only loves himself. He only loves his flesh. It's satisfying his flesh. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Bible is saying you cannot walk like that, man. It's listing down the things that's of the flesh. You know what I'm saying? That people do out of selfishness or out of their own self gain, man. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna become a nation, we're gonna have to learn how to be selfless, right? We're gonna have to become brand new and be retaught and how to share again, right? Remember they teach you that in as a kid, sharing is caring. You know what I'm saying? They used to teach you that. You know what I'm saying? Well, we gotta re-implement that in our people uh, as a babe. You know what I'm saying? Or as a little child on who to share with and how to share, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very important. It's not about an individual thing, man. It's about us coming back as a nation. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be born again as a child, you know what I'm saying, spiritually to be taught these records, right? Let's continue on.
Con, sir. Verse 20. Adultery,
Mm-hmm.
witchcraft.
Like you said earlier, witchcraft. What's witchcraft? Let's let's
Uh,
let's let's get that one. What's witchcraft?
you wanted out of the Bible, Zunner, Salaki, sir?
God, you can get it out of there. Mm-hmm. If it's
Salaki, sir, is are drugs a form of witchcraft?
boom, you nailed it. I don't know how, warrior. You know what I'm saying? Drugs is a form of witchcraft, right? All that Harry Potter, war hogs, and all that stuff, that's not, that's mythical. You know what I'm saying? That's not what the Bible is talking about when it mentions witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? These people don't have no magical powers. There's no such thing as magical wands and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Witchcraft is a substance that's used to alter somebody's behavior, right? Drugs is a substance that's being sold in our hoods, in our communities, that alter our behavior, that alter our thinking and our processing and the way we interact with one another, man. That's what drugs is doing to us, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, in the Bible, you're considered a witch, man. You're cooking up a potion to get somebody, messed up in the head. Right? They rap about that, cooking up dope and all of that stuff. Well, you're like a witch. You're in the kitchen stirring up chemicals and all types of stuff and ingredients where somebody uh ingest this or digest this substance. You know what I'm saying? They can either turn to like a zombie, a crackhead, and roll on the floor and foam out the mouth, all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That has to stop amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. God is against that, man, because you only satisfying your flesh. You only satisfying yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, you have to become brand new, or else we're gonna continue to be destroyed, right? You wanted to add anything,
Con.
Ward?
Salaki, sir, if I may, I just wanted to say, one class that General Muhammad said, in order to stop drug dealers, you have to hate the drug.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hate drugs to stop drug dealers. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't hate drugs, then you don't hate the drug dealer because they go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? A drug
Mm-hmm.
dealer deals drugs.
Damn right.
Drugs destroy people. So if, you know what I'm saying, if you love your folks, you gotta hate the drugs. And then you can learn how to fight against the drug dealer. Salaki.
Damn right. Nah, you exactly right, man. You gotta hate that weed. You gotta hate that Molly, cocaine, the syrup, whatever is out there on the streets that's destroying people. You gotta hate that, man. No matter how much they praise it in them rap songs, flaunt it on movies, on TV, and all that stuff, man. That's what's destroying our people, man. You know what I'm saying? If you have any sense, you should know not to pick up any drug, seeing how the generation before us is so destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Cats in the 90s, they're after the crack epidemic. Look at the state of black people today. You know what I'm saying? That was the back in the 90s, man, a couple years ago, some odd years ago. You know what I'm saying? Well, that same thing that happened in the 90s affected us today. You know what I'm saying? And those people were so destroyed and cracked up out their mind, they couldn't figure out how to save their community, save themselves, save their brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, you gotta hate that crack that killed your grandpa, that killed your uncle. You know what I'm saying? That killed your mom or whoever in your family, man. Hate that drug, man. You know what I'm saying? Become brand new. The things that you thought you loved, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to realize that those things are destroying you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to really hate those things in order to really find what love is. You know what I'm saying? Real love is only found in these scriptures, man. You thought you was loved by your drug dealer when he fronted you an eight and stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When your drug dealer fronted you a nickel bag or whatever, you thought that was love, man. You know what I'm saying? When that was only given to you to destroy you, man. Love is only found in these scriptures, man. All right. And you got anything else to bring out, Warrior? My fault, I didn't mean it.
No, sir.
All right, let's continue on, Soda.
Sir. Oh, what was that? Hatred, variance.
Variance. What's variance? Let's find that out. Is it in our dictionary?
It's likely, sir. I'm gonna find it right now. If it is,
Yeah, you exactly right. Salak, if I get your name wrong, the Mani tribe of Ephraim, you know what I'm saying? Our people are destroyed of a lack of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And that knowledge is not a degree. That knowledge is not some study in a trade school, which is nice to have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking you if you have it. You know what I'm saying? But that knowledge is talking about knowledge of this Bible. You know what I'm saying? We're destroyed because we don't understand that this book is talking about us. We don't understand that there's laws written in this book that we cannot break. You know what I'm saying? That we have to come back and keep. So that's very true, man. That's why we here to teach our people, you know what I'm saying, so they don't be destroyed, right?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
It wasn't in the Zondervan Bible.
All right, no sweat. I don't know what it means neither. But we'll get back to it if anything. I can't even look up nothing myself. So let's continue on. If anybody in the
Con.
chat, if you got a Webster's or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, type it in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? We in class. This is a classroom. Anything you want to add, just type it in the chat. We'll read it off, right? So if anybody got a definition of variance, just type it in the chat for me, please. All right. Continue on, word.
Con, sir. Emulation.
Emulation. Somebody type that up too. Yeah, go ahead.
Wrath.
Wrath. We know what that is.
Strife.
Strife. We know what that is. Read on.
Sedition.
Sedition. Right. Read on.
Hearsays.
Heresies.
Heresy. Salakia.
Mm-hmm. Right. Heresies.
In
Causing division. Right. Read on.
Con, sir. Envyings. Murders. Drunkenness.
Mm-hmm.
Revealing.
Reveling. Right.
Reveling.
Unlawful parties. Right. Like orgies and all those stuff. All right. Read on.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And such like of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things should not inherit the kingdom of the power.
All right. What is written in this book is written for our learning. You know what I'm saying? What is written aforetime is written for our learning, man. You know what I'm saying? What was told for us from the past, even up to today, man, we still have to follow that. We still have to follow these laws. These laws has never been done away with, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's letting you know that if you do these things, if you follow after your lust and your own desires, because these are the things that your body desires to do, man. You know what I'm saying? It does everything that it wants to do. You know what I'm saying? What you have to put yourself into into subjection and discipline yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Or else you're not going to inherit the kingdom of God. You know what I'm saying? What is the kingdom of God? What is that talking about? Floating in the sky? Help them out, Trooper Kanat. What's the kingdom of God?
Sir, that's talking about rulership.
Rulership, man. How could we rule if we're a nation full of drunks? How could we rule if we're a nation full of potheads, man? How could we rule when you're free to be a pedophile and molest children and be a homosexual and follow all of your sexual deviancies? How could we rule this earth, man? There's no possible way you can rule this earth that way, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to be sober-minded and be brand new. Be brand new, man. and actually change your spirit, man. That gun that you're marching down the street with, that protest that you're joining, you know what I'm saying, and that political movement that you're in is not going to change anything, man. Those same cats that you're marching with, as soon as the march is over, they go home and roll them a big fat blunt and get high, man. Well, we need to change our morality. We need to change our morals and our standards, man. And not follow after the morals of our oppressor or the standard of our oppressor, man. Because they are immoral beasts. They only do things that satisfy their flesh, that they can gain from, that makes them happy. You know what I'm saying? And they teach us to be the same way. Well, we got to be different than that. The Lord called us to be a special people and be separate from everybody that's on the face of this earth. But we can't be special and be separate if we're following after our flesh, man. If we're lusting after our flesh. Cannot be special that way, man. Right? Let's continue on.
Come, sir. Verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith.
Right? So let's just pause right there real quick, right? We all are familiar with these words or know some sort of understanding of these words, right? It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is, and it starts mentioning all those things, right? What does it mean when it says the fruit of the Spirit?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Is it saying like the work? I wouldn't necessarily say the work, the gift, or should I say, or was the work more on close to it?
Not necessarily, right? Real quick, Nashai Yahab got emulation up, ambitious or envious rivalry, ambitious or endeavor to equal or excel others, right? You know what I'm saying? The water, Nashai, all right? Sounds like somebody that's greedy and just do things, you know what I'm saying? Selfish ambition and do things just so they can get over on their brother, no matter what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? So the water on that. All right. So you said what the worst, right? You said the worst is the fruit. So not quite, right? Right, which is kind of a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But let's break it down in a simple more understanding, right? When you think, what is fruit called, or if you go to the fruit aisle, whatever, you know what I'm saying, what do they have it listed in like a supermarket?
Shit. Salaki, I was
Well,
gonna say fruit.
yeah,
I was the fruit of groceries. Salaki, sir.
produce, right?
Right.
Right, because this is what grew either out of that tree, you know what I'm saying? This is what was produced out of that tree, out of that bush, or out of that vine. You know what I'm saying? You planted that seed, and this is what was produced out of that. You know what I'm saying? This is what walking in the Spirit does. This is what you produce by keeping the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? This is what you're going to gain by keeping the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? By loving thy brother as thyself. You know what I'm saying? By becoming brand new and not following your flesh. Right? So let's start from 22 again for you.
Kind, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love.
Is love, man. Right? What is love?
Love is an action.
There you go. Damn right. Love is a action. Love is what you do and not what you say. You know what I'm saying? You have to show love. That's what love is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's not just an emotion of what you feeling and all that stuff and what makes you happy. That's not what love is, man. Love is sacrifice. Love is being patient. Love is being long suffering and being considerate and enduring. You know what I'm saying? That's what love is all about, man. And you can't love nobody if you only following your flesh, if you only caring about yourself. You know what I'm saying? My boy, Salak, if I get your name wrong, Keanu, MTBR, said, keep the commandments, keeping the commandments. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us this commandments because he loved blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? So if you really love the Most High, like you claim you do, you know what I'm saying? You'll do what he tells you to do. You'll keep his commandments. You know what I'm saying? You'll follow his instructions. You will be obedient. You know what I'm saying? No matter how tough it is. You know what I'm saying? You'll endure until the end because you love the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you love your brother as yourself, you will do the same for him. You will go that extra mile for your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord commanded us to do it. Like we read in verse 14. It's written in this book. It's a commandment that we love each other as ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's very important for only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and nobody else on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Our greatest attributes about ourselves should be exclusively only for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that we're not the most loving and compassionate people on this earth. Look at the abuse that we took for over 400 years here in America. You know what I'm saying? And we still want to love the white man. We still want to forgive him. You know what I'm saying? That cat, what that brother named Botham Jean, when he got killed in his own apartment by a white police officer, you know what I'm saying? He took that white woman to trial. And during that trial, it was a black judge and a black woman police officer that was out there on the courtroom stroking this white woman hair, you know what I'm saying, giving her a Bible, hugging the damn, not the defendant, but hugging, what's the opposite of the person that's supposed to be prosecuted, right? You know what I'm saying? They over there hugging her and stroking her hair, trying to make her feel calm as could be. And then in the midst of all that, the brother of Botham Jean gonna take the stand and say, I forgive you. No matter what, I still love you. You know what I'm saying? And then end up when he got off the stand, he gonna give that white woman a hug. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me
It's
black
like,
people we can't do it. Don't tell me we can't do it. That right there, that act. One second, where I got it right now, right? That act that was displayed in that courtroom should be displayed amongst every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian in our neighborhoods, man. You know what I'm saying? We should do that for one another, man. If you're willing to go that full out extent for a devil that killed your brother that did nothing wrong, you should be willing to do that for the next black man, for the next Hispanic man, or the next Native Indian man. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't for sure, they ain't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you have to do to be spiritual. So go ahead, Warrior Salaki. I didn't mean to ramble on.
oh no, it's like it, sir. I was just gonna say, sir, that right there, what he displayed in that courtroom was pure Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Like because Christianity in them churches, pastors them, they teach them not to want justice, not to want revenge. No, I mean I wouldn't say revenge, but just like real justice. Like I forgive you, but at the end of the day, you lost a brother, and your mom lost a son to a hate crime. I don't care what they want to call it or how they want to
Right.
dress it up. That was a hate crime. And
Right.
like you said, sir, what you dropped was so heavy. Like instead of showing the mother and that family compassion, they showing this the heathen woman that just murdered a man
Mm-hmm.
compassion and love. They don't have this, like you said, they don't. Our folks, we don't have the same love for each other like how we have for our oppressors,
Damn.
and that's what we need to learn, sir. Salaki.
Damn right, man. That's very true, man. That's what we need to learn, man. It could be done, black people, right? The sister asks, it's like the name wrong as well. Destine Bloom. Today's topic should be written on the title, the YouTube. But this is the Brotherhood class. Every Tuesday is Brotherhood, and the topic is being brand new or becoming brand new, right? This is very important for all Blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians to understand that if we're going to love each other and treat each other right and keep these commandments, we have to become brand new. We have to pull away from the brainwashing of white supremacy and the brainwashing of America. You know what I'm saying? We have to start from scratch. The same way you teach a child about sharing and being well-mannered and using your manners and being polite and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? We have to be taught as a child from the youth on up, even as an adult, you know what I'm saying, on how we should treat one another so we can get out of this condition, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's the topic today. Brother said, Imani said, our people should want to strive in these commandments and stop loving their oppressor. Damn right, boy. You know what I'm saying? Damn right, man. We got to stop loving our enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? They hate you. You don't think the white man hates you? You know what I'm saying? Let's stop. Let's stop Mexican hate, right? They got that cat who denied his diploma just because he had his a Mexican flag wrapped around him during the ceremony. You know what I'm saying? They denied him at least, I think, a good week or so or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until it got media exposure that they decided to finally give him his diploma. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hate, man. You know what I'm saying? They only want you to be a good old slave and a good old American, man. You know what I'm saying? When they pushing campaigns like Stop Asian Hate, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's concerned about hate that's going towards the Mexican people, you know what I'm saying? Or the Puerto Ricans, or the Haitians, or the Jamaicans, or the African Americans, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's worrying about the hate that's going towards them for over 400 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got to be retaught, got to become brand new, got to start from scratch, start from zero. You know what I'm saying? And that way, you'll learn and get the right understanding of what we need to do, right? You want to add anything, Triple Canuck?
Oh, Salaki, sir. Everything you said was pretty heavy and right on point, sir. Salaki.
All right, let's continue on with the scriptures, boy.
Kind, sir. The ending of I'm starting back at 22, sir.
All right.
Uh, verse 22. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
Right. You know what I'm saying? This is what it takes to fulfill the laws of the Most High. How you love your brother is a reflection of how much you love the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do one without the other. Christ told us the two greatest commandments is this, that love the Most High with all thy heart, all thy mind, and all thy soul and thy strength. And the second is the same as the first. You know what I'm saying? Love thy brother as thyself. You know what I'm saying? They both go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? If you really love the Most High, but hate your brother whom you have seen, how could you love the Most High who you've never seen, man? You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to do. We need to learn how to walk spiritually by keeping his commandments. You know what I'm saying? The brother said, let's let brotherly love continue. Damn right, boy. You know what I'm saying? This is what we all about. Brotherhood, brotherhood, brotherhood. It's very important that we hold on to this brotherhood, man, and really start to practice and change our behavior and how we view one another. You know what I'm saying? White supremacy cut real deep in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, man. You know what I'm saying? We be racist or hate or show hatred towards one another, and we don't even realize we be doing it. You know what I'm saying? We don't even be realized sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so prevalent in our community, man. It's pushed so much among us. You know what I'm saying? That we don't realize when we are showing hatred towards one another. You know what I'm saying? We have to turn away everything we've been taught here in America and start seeing the value in a black man or a Hispanic man or a Native Indian man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's value in those people, man. And that's the gold of this earth. The Lord calls us a special people. We got to stop looking at each other once we see each other. We, look down upon each other. You know what I'm saying? Or we look at each other with a disdain because this person speaks Spanish or this person speaks Creole and they speak patois and all that. All that came from the oppressor in the first place, man. You know what I'm saying? We have one common enemy, you know what I'm saying? And that's the so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, which is our oppressor, right? So let's drop that for me, warrior. Most High in Christ, Keono, Most High in Christ, damn right, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what I learned brotherhood as well in the Isupk. Saying I was a wicked brother, you know what I'm saying, before I learned the truth. I did everything evil against my own people until I was properly taught on how to love my brothers, you know what I'm saying, and my sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? And this could be taught to anybody that's of the bloodline of the tribes of Israel, man. You can start brand new no matter what you've done on this earth. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord gives you a chance to be alive, that's an opportunity for you to change your life. Don't waste it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord can take it from you. His mercy and his grace that he's showing, he can take it away from you, man. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do is be appreciative and show gratitude to the Most High for actually doing what he tells us to do, man. Right? Damn right. So let's get give me Luke 4:1. Let's talk about our king a little bit too, right? Because a lot of people will say, well, Christ is a God. You know what I'm saying? He is not a man. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? In the ISUPK, we teach that Christ is a man just like you and me, meaning that he was born with a flesh just like you're born with flesh. You know what I'm saying? He got tempted just the same way you're tempted as well on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's see when Christ dealt with his temptation or how he dealt with his temptation, right? We got that from you. Read. Let's see. Officer Lapia, let me know if you can hear me, warrior.
Okay.
I don't know if you're up on the
Kind of
mic.
working on, sir.
All right. All right, go ahead if you got it.
You say Luke 4:1, sir? All right. The book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 1. And Yahushua, being full of the Holy Spirit, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, being 40 days tempted of the devil. And in those days he did eat nothing. And when they were ended, he afterward hungered.
All right, so Christ, knowing his task and knowing what he's up against, you know what I'm saying, and the big sacrifice that he's going to have to make at the end of all of this, you know what I'm saying, he goes and fasts for 40 days in the wilderness, you know what I'm saying, so he can make sure he properly prepares himself for the task that's at hand, you know what I'm saying. So during his fast, he is being tempted by the devil, right? Now, somebody break this down for me. How is he being tempted, right? It's a red man with horns and a pitchfork that poof appeared in front of Christ.
Sir, Salaki.
Go ahead.
Is it he being tempted by our oppressor? Oh, Salaki.
Go ahead. Yeah.
He's been tempted by his by damn. I want to say his flesh.
There
Not
you
his
go.
flesh. Oh,
Come
that's
on
it?
now. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Salaki,
Look,
yeah. I want to say he was Salaki. I just want to say he was being tempted by his flesh because it say he hungered. So his body telling him, hey man, get something to eat. We hungry. We need to eat or whatever.
there you go. There you have it. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? He's a man just like any other man on this earth. He's not a demigod. He was not born of God and none of that. You know what I'm saying? He was born from Joseph having sex with Mary, and 9 months passed, and boom, Yahushua was born. You know what I'm saying? because he is of the flesh. Like everybody has flesh. You know what I'm saying? Well, during his 40-day fast, he start to be tempted. And this temptation is not coming from some separate entity that's in the wilderness with him. It's not coming from some mythical ghost that's, around him while he's fasting. It's all going on in his mind. You know what I'm saying? It's going on in his stomach. You know what I'm saying? His stomach grumbling. He's telling himself, man, I need to eat something. You know what I'm saying? He's battling his flesh and his desires and what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all in the chat. The shot said with worldly things, right? You know what I'm saying? Which is your flesh, right? You know what I'm saying? He's being tempted not by some separate entity, but himself. You know what I'm saying? He's there by himself, and them thoughts is racing through his head, right? He said, and that's more miraculous than immaculate deception. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Because our king, this is like it, because King Yahushua was a man like us. Damn right. That is a miracle. And that teaches us how to fight our flesh as well. Think about it. If Christ was born of a God, you think we'll be able to follow a man like that? You know what I'm saying? If he was some type of God on earth, you know what I'm saying, that did everything right, how the hell are we expected to do everything right as well? Christ was a man that did everything right. So he can give you hope to do everything right. You know what I'm saying? So he can give you the tools and the skills that's needed to fight your flesh as well when you're being tempted. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to follow after when our time comes to be tempted. You know what I'm saying? When you hear those thoughts racing through your head to do something that's against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? To break a commandment of the Most High. To sleep with a brother's wife. Or to smoke that cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Or to do evil against your brother. When that thought comes in your mind, you need to be able to combat that thought, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a constant battle that you're going to have to face. This is not no holy water magic, instant gratification that the Christian church try to push. This is not what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Let me just hold that real quick. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 2. What is it? Verse 1. If you can serve the most high. Right. 2 and 1. You know what I'm saying? There is no such thing as praying away the evil away or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to work at making sure that you get that evil up off of you, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to put it in work. You know what I'm saying? You cannot pray the weed away. You can't pray the gay away. You can't pray all of that stuff away. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be willing to go to war with it. You have to fight against your flesh. Fight against your own desires and become victorious over it, man. That's the only way you're going to become spiritual and serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Salakia, sir. I have that precept.
All right, go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. My son, as thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
To do what?
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Hold on now. The Christian church teach you that you just, as soon as you say Jesus 3 times, you're saved. As soon as you get touched by the Holy Ghost and say hallelujah, you will never be tempted. Because the angels is in the blood of Jesus is covering you. Well, the Bible's saying something different. It's saying something opposite. It's getting you prepared for warfare. It's telling you that you must fight in order to get the kingdom of God, man. That's the only way you're going to get through this thing. It's a process, but you have to be willing to fight. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't fight, you will lose. You know what I'm saying? You will be destroyed. You will be with a disease, high out your mind, you know what I'm saying? Or in prison, of doing who God knows what, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't fight your temptations, if you don't fight your flesh. You know what I'm saying? Well, Christ understood that. Christ understood the scripture we just read. He understood that now it's time to serve the Most High. So you know what? I'm gonna make sure I do what he tells me to do, and not my own stuff, not the voices in my head. You know what I'm saying? So let me get back to Luke. You wanted to add anything, Officer Lafayette or Trooper Canuck?
Sir.
All right.
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 3. And the devil said unto him, If thou be the son of the power, command this stone that it be made bread.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahushua answered him, saying, It is written, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the power.
Right. So what did Christ do here to fight that temptation to break his fast, to be disobedient against the Most High? What tactic did Christ use?
Select.
Go ahead, Officer Lafayette.
Well, he cut him by using the Most High's word.
God, by understanding the scriptures, by leaning not on his own understanding of the understanding of the Most High, right? Because it says, as it is written, meaning what? What does that mean?
That means that at some point it's written in the scriptures.
Right. It's in the Bible. So all Christ is doing is quoting the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? If you're not studying, if you're not getting the understanding, being in class, asking questions, and doing everything that you need to do, you're not getting the ammo you need to fight against your temptation. You know what I'm saying? Fighting against, whatever voices that's in your head that's telling you to sin against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Christ studied them scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And he understood that what's written in those records, you know what I'm saying, came from the Most High. He understood that he has to follow it by the T. Not only when he feels like it, not only because, it makes him feel good or when it's convenient for him. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. He's been fasting for 40 days. How many of us would have took that opportunity to just be like, no, I'm going to give me something to eat? Christ was like, damn, the hell with that, man. I'm going to serve the Most High even when I'm hungry, even when I'm in a state of suffering. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm in a state of possibly taking an L, I'm going to still serve the Most High, man. And what you got to do is rely on what's written in these scriptures, keeping his commandments and doing what he tells us to do, right? Let's continue on.
Come, sir. Verse 5. And the devil, taking him up into an high mountain, show unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, All this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it. If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine.
So he's trying to get him to not complete his task, to not follow the Most High. Read on.
Come, sir. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve.
Right. So once again, man, he understood what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? In order to become a king, in order to redeem Israel, man. Well, guess what? He had to go through his temptation, and he had to battle not some separate entity, but he had to battle himself by becoming brand new. This is how you become brand new, right? And we read this as an example to let you know that even your king went through it. You know what I'm saying? Your king had to fight his own flesh and to be with the Most High in the same spirit as the Most High, man. So we're going to drop it right there for time's sake, right? Let me get Colossians chapter 3, verse 5.
Kind of one, sir.
All right, you go ahead, Soldier.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
All right, what is that talking about? What does the word mortify mean? If somebody can possibly pull up that definition. What is the Bible telling us to do?
Select you, sir.
Go ahead.
I got the Webster's dictionary. To subdue or deaden the body, bodily appetites, etc.
There you go. That's what mortify means. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do is get control of yourself. Discipline yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want to get control of your body, of your flesh, and not fulfill the desires of your flesh. You know what I'm saying? But making sure that you walk in the spirit of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? By loving your brother as yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that in order to get the kingdom of God, man. There's no other way around it, man. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church is not going to teach you this because they're only gaming you for money. They only teach you how to be only about your flesh. America is not teaching this because they only want you to be under white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Bible is teaching you how to turn your back from the Christian church, denounce Christianity, denounce white supremacy by denouncing America, you know what I'm saying, and turn to the Most High. You have to mortify yourself, man. You have to subdue yourself and discipline yourself, right? Read on.
Kind of one, sir.
Start me up for verse 5 again.
Kind of one, sir. Colossians 3 and 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
All right, what is the members that it's talking about? What is that? Your church members? Who's that?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Is it talking about like your body part?
Yeah, your body, your members, right? They're attached to you. They belong to you. You know what I'm saying? You want to mortify your members, talking about your body. You know what I'm saying? You want to mortify and subdue your arm and not follow after your rod and not do or walk wherever uncleanness and wickedness is at. You know what I'm saying? You want to mortify those things. You know what I'm saying? And the way that you mortify it is by how your king did it. That's one example. There's many examples in this book, right? But same way how our king did it was what? What did our king do to help mortify his members?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
He used scriptures.
Use the scriptures. Let me get one word that can go with what we just said, right? What did Christ do with those scriptures in order to mortify his members?
Salaki, did he fight?
Damn right. Damn right. Get it, you know what I'm saying? Get a brother. He fought, man. He went to war. He fought and made sure that he subdued himself in order to serve the Most High. You're going to have to do the same, man. If you really love your brothers and sisters, you're going to have to subdue yourself no matter how tempting it is to do some harm or do anything evil against your brother. You know what I'm saying? Those thoughts that's racing to your head that's saying, well, just punch this cat or rob this cat or sell this man dope. You know what I'm saying? Or talk bad about this brother or this sister. You're going to have to fight against that by becoming brand new. and turning away from the things that you used to like or love to do, you know what I'm saying, and start doing the things that the Most High told you to do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're going to build this nation, right? So continue on with the verse, yo. Verse 5, Bakasha.
Come, sir. Middle of verse 5. Fornication, uncleanness. I don't know how to say that. Inorderate
Inordinate affection.
and inordinate affection.
What is that talking about? Inordinate affection.
Slacky, if Officer Lafayette want to take a crack at it, I ain't even know how to say it. Slacky, so I
No
don't know what
sweat.
that is.
No sweat.
Salaki.
Go ahead, soldier.
I would say is okay. So it would be like an inordinate affection. It'll be like an excessive amount of caring, excessive amount of liking something.
Kind of, right? But what would be an example of that? That's inordinate, right? Like, what's the root word in inordinate?
Ordinary.
Ordinary, right? So this is inordinary, meaning
Right.
or inordinate. So meaning this is something that's not ordinary, something that's not, you should not see, that's not, should be common amongst men, but it's a certain type of affection that's not ordinary. Go ahead, soldier.
I would say an example of that is, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians inordinate affection towards the white man.
Damn right. That's a good one. So I like that. Give that brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? Our inordinate affection to Christianity and white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Being a homosexual is very inordinate. You know what I'm saying? That's only following after your flesh, your sexual deviancy. You know what I'm saying? Or bestiality or incest. You know what I'm saying? Or loving these other gods and these other religions, man. It's not ordinary for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to live like that. Like we've been saying throughout this whole class, we've been given laws that makes us separate and holy, right? You know what I'm saying? And this is how we become holy, is by keeping his commandments. The brother says strange affection, right? You know what I'm saying? Something that's not common or something that we don't see. Idolatry. That's kind of like what Officer Lafayette said. You know what I'm saying? That goes right on along with it. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that your flesh desires and that your body desires. Right? What you need to do is becoming brand new. Right? Read on.
Kind. Evil concupiscence. Is that how you say that?
Concupiscence. Right? I think I'm saying it right. Concupiscence. Somebody can give me that. You can give me that definition, Officer Lafayette. Evil concupiscence.
It is a strong desire, especially a sexual desire.
Right. I'm saying, so there you go. That's what they teach you here in America. They teach you that adultery is nothing wrong with that. You should sleep with that brother's wife. You should do that. You know what I'm saying? You should take his woman. You should take your girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what they rap about and push. You know what I'm saying? They teach you that this is ordinary behavior. When according to the Bible, this is inordinate behavior. It's not ordinary among blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood should be ordinary. That should be something that we should know off of rip, being that we've been oppressed here in America for over 400 years. We should know not to touch a white woman. Seeing how Emmett Till was beat to death, you know what I'm saying, for even what? Falsely being accused of whistling at a white woman. You know what I'm saying? They made laws where you can't even look at a white woman, let alone speak to her. So off rip would be ordinary to think that I ain't gonna touch a white woman, no matter what my body desires. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna touch a woman of another nation, man. In honor of my brother. You know what I'm saying? In the honor of so many black men that have been falsely accused by white women and white men, you know what I'm saying, on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And if you do that, you're dishonoring their grave, man. You're saying, what the hell, Emmett Till, if you lay down with a white woman? You know what I'm saying? That's evil concupiscence. I don't know if I'm saying it right. You know what I'm saying? If Google can help me out, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
Concupiscence.
Concupiscence. There we go. Concupiscence. You know what I'm saying? All those things is evil against the Most High. And you hate your brother by sleeping with the other nations, by sleeping with your brother's girl, or by being a homosexual or following your flesh, man. You have to be brand new. Start from scratch. Maybe you might have done these things in the past. You might have, and that you might not know that they was wrong. You didn't know sleeping with a white woman or sleeping with any other nation was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You might not know that you were supposed to be running around the hood and taking all your brother's girls. You might not even have known that. You know what I'm saying? Well, here's your opportunity to make it right. This is your chance right here to make it right with that brother or sister. And the way is by doing it is becoming brand new. You know what I'm saying? By stop doing the things that you were doing. Mortify your body, subdue your body, and stop doing those things, man. That's how you get rid of that, right? It's a battle. You have to fight your temptations and fight your desires, man. Stop thinking that the pastor is just going to lay his hands on you and sprinkle oil on you and you're going to shake on the floor and then poof, you're brand new. Don't think you're going to be dipped in water and as soon as you come out that water, poof, you're brand new. That's not how it happens. That's not reality. The reality is you have to fight. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not fighting, you will be judged, right? Let's continue on for me. If you guys want to add anything, I'll Salapiata Chupakanat. Y'all want to add anything?
Sir.
All right. Let's continue on Chupakanat.
Kana sir. And covetousness, which is adultery, for which things sake the wrath of the power cometh on the children of disobedience.
Right. This is what's going to come if you don't mortify your body. If you don't become brand new and stop doing the things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? The judgment of God is coming. We are living in the last days. I don't know if y'all do that. I don't know if y'all turned on the news lately and looked outside your window lately. You know what I'm saying? But we are living in the last days. You know what I'm saying? Our king is preparing himself to make his return. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? When he returns, will he find faith on this earth? What will you be doing when our king returns? You going to be sparking up that blunt? You going to be loading up that clip, ready to do a drive-by on your brother? You know what I'm saying? You going to put that rubber on to sleep with that brother's wife? Well, guess what? When he comes and he finds you doing those things, there is a judgment behind it. You will be judged behind the things that you do. But if you mortify yourself and you stop doing those things that you used to do, you know what I'm saying, that you might not have known was evil, the Lord can show you mercy. He can forgive you and reward you for your change and reward you for what you decide to become and be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And he'll give you rulership on this earth when our king returns. I'd rather take that than whatever the white man has to offer. Whatever our oppressor has to offer does not amount to what the Lord can bring to all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The hell I need to beg him for. All that protesting and marching, I'll beg my brother to be my brother before I beg a devil, man. I'll march and protest for Mexicans and Black people to be one and united before I march and protest for the white man to love me. Why don't you beg your brother for his love? Why don't you show him mercy? Show him compassion. You know what I'm saying? Give him your zeal and your strength, or give her your zeal and your strength, you know what I'm saying, to better each other. instead of giving it to our oppressor, because it's going to waste. It's all going to waste. No, I'm sure them brothers are sincere. Some of them are probably sincere, and they just don't know how to change or how we gonna get better in our communities. Well, this is it. This is the answer to our problems right here. We have to turn away from celebrating these holidays, these wicked holidays. We have to turn away from voting, from loving our oppressors. We have to turn away from everything that the society pushes us to be and become brand new and be what the Lord called us to be. You know what I'm saying? It says, our Imani says, our people show compassion onto these heathens and don't do it to our people. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is why we need to teach our people. It's very important that we teach them who that compassion belongs to. Because love is real. You know what I'm saying? Love is a strong force on this earth. You know what I'm saying? But what matters and what is important is who you give your love to. That's what matters. Who and what you give your love to. You know what I'm saying? Well, every one of us need to ask ourselves, who am I giving my love to? Who am I giving my best to? Who am I really giving everything I got to? You know what I'm saying? And if that answer ain't the most high, that answer ain't the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, well, guess what? You're doing it wrong. You're doing it backwards. Well, what General Haas say, you're hustling backwards. You know what I'm saying? So those, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? You're hustling backwards, man. You know what I'm saying? Our progress starts with us loving one another. That's how we're going to progress on this earth, right? So damn right, Imani. You can go ahead and drop that for me, Warrior. Let me get Romans 8 and 5.
Kind of, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
But they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit.
Right? This is just about, everything that we've been talking about throughout the whole class. You know what I'm saying? If you mind the things of the flesh, meaning your body or your desires, you know what I'm saying, you're going to do the things of the flesh. You know what I'm saying? You're going to follow your desires and be selfish and do what you want to do. If you mind the things or do the things after the spirit, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be spiritual. That's what makes you spiritual. Following the laws of the Most High, by keeping his commandments, by loving our brother as ourselves, being selfless. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Kind of, sir. For to be carnally minded is death.
To be what?
To be carnally minded is death.
Is what?
Is death.
Is what?
Is death.
Is death, man. To be carnally minded is death. What does it mean to be carnally minded? What's carnally? Man.
It's like it, sir. Is it thinking in the flesh?
Yep. Yeah. Basically carnal, right? That's your body. You know what I'm saying? It's just another word of saying your body, your flesh. You know what I'm saying? Those that think about themselves and their bodies and their desires and what they want, you know what I'm saying? You are on the road, on the path of death. You're on the path of destroying yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you think that cigarette, you know what I'm saying, or that weed, you know what I'm saying, that you need to have that, it makes your body feel good and makes your body feel relaxed, you're on the road to cancer. You know what I'm saying? You're on the road of some disease or being destroyed because you're being carnally minded. You know what I'm saying? You're on the road of destroying yourself, right? Keanu said flesh, correct. See things how they appear. You can elaborate on that. Of the world, more like your flesh, your body, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it means to be carnally minded, right? Is of death. You know what I'm saying? And if you following your body, you're gonna do things that's against the top. You know what I'm saying? And sin is the transgression of the law. And the Bible also says the wages of sin is death. So if you be carnally minded, the only end result you're gonna get is death, man. You know what I'm saying? And death is not only just dying or being 6 feet under. There's more things, you know what I'm saying, which I don't wish on nobody or on any of my brothers and sisters on this earth. There's things on this earth that's worse than death, man. And that's a hard feeling to have while you alive. You know I'm saying that that's the death we face here in America. Even though we be alive, walking around, we're the walking dead because we don't have the law, statute, and commandments. We're walking around high and being child molesters and being evil and being wicked, eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Inside, we're really dead, man. You know what I'm saying? And you'll wish that you will never done things once you're sitting in the hospital bed. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that the doctor just pulls the plug so you can get away from the misery. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Lord gonna keep you there so you can realize what you did is wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's what death is, right?
So, like it, sir.
Go ahead, soldier.
No, I just wanted to say that, you know, when they talk about death, and like you were saying, it's things on this earth that's worse than death. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people should look at the cancer ward, the AIDS ward,
Mm-hmm.
when they was doing the COVID-19, and they had those people in the on the ventilators. What I'm saying, that was death. That was a form of death. And AIDS ward, that's death. That's hell on earth.
Damn right. Damn right, warrior. Damn right, man. Like that's death, man. To have to go through that. But being alive and feeling all the pain of it, that's hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? If you're carnally minded, you're gonna go through those things and you're gonna experience death. And that's how you won't get right. But don't let it be too late. You can kill that old man. You can kill that flesh by becoming brand new. You can kill that old person that got you hating your brothers and sisters by becoming brand new, right? Uh, Martha asks, can you break down the meaning of judicial system and where in the Bible it's law? Did I read that right? The meaning of judicial system and where in the Bible it's law. You mean America judicial system? If that's what you're talking about, please type that into this, and I'll try to get the answer for you, right? All right, you know what I'm saying? Well, we have a system set up. You know what I'm saying? The white man has his system, which he mostly gets from the Bible. We have our own way of governing ourselves on earth, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have a judicial system, an economic system, a memorial system, ceremonial system. Everything that we need is written in these records, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't need our oppressor for nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's written in the law. It's written all over this Bible. You know what I'm saying? And how we should conduct ourselves, not as an individual, but conduct ourselves as a nation and a collective, right? So if you can just elaborate more, sis, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to get the answer for you. All right. Unless y'all brothers understand what the sister was asking. It says Most High creates evil to stop them. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? All right. So where we was at? Romans.
So like you, sir. Yeah, we were at verse 6, the middle of verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right. What is that talking about? That's the obvious answer, right?
Kind of concern. So like as a spiritually minded is to be um thinking in the law. Like keep your mind up like up on keep your thoughts in your mind on doing and serving the most high, doing the law and serving the most high.
Right. Yeah, that's the answer. You know what I'm saying? That's what life and peace come from. The Most High has control over life and death, evil and peace. The only way you won't get any peace or any life is by doing what the Most High tells you to do. By serving Him and not serving yourself. By becoming brand new. If you've done it in the past, you know what I'm saying? This is your opportunity to become brand new. Right? The sister said concert. So American judicial system is most of it comes from the Bible on how they have the judges and courts, and a good majority comes from Roman society. You know what I'm saying? Of their democracy and the republic and all of that stuff. Our system is set up completely different. You know what I'm saying? You can find it for us. You know what I'm saying? It's holy and separate. It's found in the books of Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Numbers, and all that, in the books of Moses, and throughout the whole Bible, and how we should govern ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Every nation has policies put in place that caters to the people of that nation. You dig what I'm saying? Like China is gonna put a policy in place that makes sure the people of China are taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Or making sure they reap the full benefit of that policy. You know what I'm saying? That's what a government does. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We have policies, rules, a constitution that's strictly for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? And that book is called the Bible. It's only for us. You know what I'm saying? The sister said the American system of what is ours. Right? So it's laws, you know what I'm saying? We do have where you bring a brother to court by going to the priest, you know what I'm saying? We had all that set up. You know what I'm saying? The same way you had police officers, we had priests was like the enforcer of the law. You know what I'm saying? And here we don't have a 4-year term for president. You know what I'm saying? We have a monarchy. We don't have democracy when it comes to Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have one king, you know what I'm saying, that rules over us all. And that king is Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? And there is no what you want to do or what you feel like doing, and freedom of speech and freedom and all of that. There ain't none of that going to go on when Christ returns. Either you serve the Most High or you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? That's our judicial system. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's found all throughout the book, sis. We're kind of a little bit on time. I would go over it with you. You know what I'm saying? If you want, you know what I'm saying? If you want me to elaborate, just say so in the chat. But that's the most I can give you in the simplest answer. You know what I'm saying? In the shortest span of time. The America system, you can either look up ancient Rome or a little bit of the Bible and see where they get their system from. You know what I'm saying? But our ways are holy and separate, and it's found in this book, in Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Exodus, all the laws of the priests that's written in the book, that thou shalt not eat pork, thou shalt not have no God before me. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, or how Moses set up the captains, the officers, and set up the army. All of that is written of in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's what we practicing in the Isupk kit. You know what I'm saying? We don't go before the judge. You know what I'm saying? Somebody grab me where it says, if you have an ought before thy brother, where it says in Acts, I don't know if it's in Acts, where it says, don't you know that the saints shall judge the world? And if you have an ought before with thy brother, do you not go before the judge or before the wicked? If somebody can give me that, right? We don't have to go if we have a problem amongst Israel, you know what I'm saying, amongst so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, there's no reason for us to run to our oppressor to get the answer for each and every problem when this book is simply tells us what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? The problem is, as a whole or as a nation, we're not following that system that's written in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We're following the system of our oppressor. But what we do in the ISUPK, we're becoming brand new. You know what I'm saying? We're being born again and going back to the system of our forefathers by throwing away the system of our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Or relieving ourselves of the way that our oppressors want us to function in the society. You know what I'm saying? If somebody got that scripture for me, Baba Kasha?
Colonel Khan.
Go ahead.
It's 1 Corinthians 6, and I'm gonna start at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Dare any of you having a matter against another go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints?
Right. So it's a question, right? He's asking, right? What is that? 1 Corinthians
1 Corinthians 6 and 1.
6:1, right? So he's asking the question. If you have a matter against another, you know what I'm saying? So he's referring to his people, you know what I'm saying? The Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The schools that he set up in Corinth, you know what I'm saying? And teaching them how we should deal with our problems, you know what I'm saying? In our system, in our judicial system that the Lord set up for us to have. If we have a matter against one another, read on. What is from that part?
Okay. Go to law before the unjust and not before the saints.
Right. So who is the unjust?
So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
In accordance to what the question was, I'm gonna say at this point it'll be the American judicial system.
Right. How do we know that? Give me an example of how do we know that they are unjust judges that sit in that courtroom? It's too much name, ain't it?
Yeah.
Is Trayvon Martin? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Trayvon Martin, all the police officers that get off, that get off of murdering innocent black men. It's a host of things.
Yeah, it's too much to even count, man, because it's been going on for far too long. Central Park 5, the brother said, yes, Central Park 5, all those things that happened to us as a nation, you know what I'm saying? We found no justice behind it. But yet, still, till this day, we still go and beg our oppressor for rights in America. We still beg our oppressor to be equal with him here in America. You think you're ever going to get a justice for unjust beast like our oppressor is? If you have an ought before with a brother or with one another, you ain't got to go to the unjust. We have a system set up that's written of in this Bible, men that you can go to, you know what I'm saying, if you have a matter, and they'll be able to deal with your matter. And listen, it seems small now, right? Because there's only a few of us in the ISUPK, but soon enough, anything that happens in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be the first person that they call. When 911 gets shut down, you know what I'm saying, and the police is no longer patrolling your neighborhood, you ain't going to have no choice but to call the men of the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? We are the saints of the Most High. We are the men that the Lord have chose to govern and judge our people, to deal with their matters. You know what I'm saying? And we're not doing it because we're not chosen because we're special. You know what I'm saying? Or we think we're special. We're doing it how the Lord told us to do it. Because his records and his laws are special unto us. You know what I'm saying? It's what makes us special. The words that's written in this book. You know what I'm saying? So by following it, it can help with so many matters that we have among blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not commit adultery should be written on every black man's door. Love thy brother as thyself should be written on every black man's door. When I say black, I mean all 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? It should be written on all their doors, man. Because this what can save us. You know what I'm saying? This is what can save us, man. That's the system that the Lord set up so that we don't have to suffer in this oppression, man. The thing is, we fell away from that. You know what I'm saying? We turned away from that, right? Let's continue on for me, Warrior. Verse 2.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Right? So who's the saints?
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
We are the ones that are the saints, right? And it says, do you not know, asking the question again, that we are the ones that's going to be judging the world? Right now, this whole earth is under America judicial system, or quote unquote judicial system. Well, it's really all about bribery. That's all it's really about. If you have the money, if you have the wealth and the resources, America will show you favor. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to police the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Bible says, know ye not that the saints, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, is going to judge the world. How are we going to judge the world? With what are we going to judge the world with? Anybody? What are we going to judge the world with? What tool or what source are we going to use to deal with people matters and stuff like that?
So I guess, sir.
Go ahead.
We're going to use the law, statutes, and commandments.
Damn right. This is what we're going to use to judge the whole earth. We're going to use the law, like what Amani said as well. You know what I'm saying? Keon said as well. You know what I'm saying? We're going to use the law that's written in this book to deal with matters. Because our system is the only system that can work on this earth. You know what I'm saying? We got laws where if you growing a crop, you know what I'm saying, and let's say you got a vineyard or whatever, and a batch of grape falls outside of the fence of your housing or whatever, it falls on the opposite side, that you are required by law, you know what I'm saying, by God, that you are required not to pick up that grape up, just to leave it there for the poor. That right there, that law right there can help with homelessness, can help with starving kids that have nothing to eat. These restaurants are throwing food away every night. Every night they throwing good steak away while some hungry brother goes starving under a bridge, man. Go try to sell a hot meal, or not even pass out a hot meal right now. You know what will happen to you? Pass out hot food in the hood right now. What will happen to you? Help me out, Lapia. What happened to you?
So like it, sir. They'll
Go ahead.
arrest you. They will arrest you for doing that.
For feeding the poor, you'll get arrested. Feeding the poor. What kind of justice system is that? Well, guess what? Our justice system is what's gonna work, and we're gonna judge the whole earth with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Mm-hmm.
And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Right. We can judge the smallest matters. We can deal with the things that's plaguing our communities right now today, man. You know what I'm saying? We have that system set up every state here in America, man, even across these borders, in Jamaica, in Brazil, in the UK. You know what I'm saying? If you have a problem, don't go to your pastor. Don't go to the white man and to your oppressor. Go to the man of the Isupk, and we can resolve your matters, man, even to the smallest matters. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because we do it how the book says to do it, and not how man says to do it, or not how our flesh says to do it, right? So I hope that answered your question, sis. So we'll just drop that and just jump me back to where we was at, Baba Kasha. If I can get a time check, Baba Kasha, as well.
It's 9:01, sir.
Well, with that, all right, we're gonna end the class right here. The water for everybody that hopped online. Well, Captain Shmo will be on tomorrow as well, same time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do the same thing next week also. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. All right, and with that, we're going to say shalom, y'all.
Shalom.